35 days until the new legislative session starts back up again, but we are just counting down those days till early January. Before the start of the session, though, members of the House Ethics Committee, they met today, and likely they're going to be meeting tomorrow. We know they're meeting tomorrow. They were talking about revising House Rule 45. You may sound familiar to you. This is also known as the Committee on Ethics and House Policy Rule. Now, it's something that chair of that committee, Sage Dixon, says they've been wanting to look at over the years and revise it, but they just never got to it. But after experiencing what Representative Dixon called the full bloom of the rule this past session, the committee decided now is the time to talk it over and bring their ideas to the table on House Rule 45. Now, right now, the rule reads like this. The committee is made up of 5 members, the House Ethics Committee, 3 from the majority party, 2 from the minority party. There are also 2 alternates selected. The Speaker of the House appoints the chairman of the committee, and that person is the one that receives any ethics complaints inside the State House. Now, that complaint must contain at least one of 5 listed allegations and provide the name of the lawmaker in violation and evidence that the rule was broken. Now, and the complaints are to be kept confidential until the committee finds probable cause that a member committed misconduct at the State House. So that's the current rule in a nutshell. As you all likely remember, though, lawmakers heard not 1 but 2 ethics complaints this past year. That includes complaints against former Representative Aaron Von Ellinger and Representative Priscilla Giddings. Now, Von Ellinger resigned before the committee announced its findings, and Representative Giddings was eventually censured and lost one of her committee assignments. Today, part of the debate inside the House Ethics Committee focused on whether or not meetings with lawmakers should be kept confidential or should the probable cause be found.
The larger issue of confidentiality, I still would like to discuss that as far as, do we want this to be a closed effort up until whatever happens to the member? Do we even need a public process?
The question for me is transparency so paramount that we must put ourselves through a public spectacle as we did every time those facts reached the point of we're going to investigate further?
Do you think if this was all done in private, and Representative Von Ellinger, there was the same recommendation, Representative Giddings, the same recommendation, do you think the body and you as a member would not have even been more suspicious that, oh, they hatched this plan up behind closed doors, all in private? This was about getting, I think the term was conservative Christian veteran lawmakers. This is what they're going after. It was transparent. At least everybody got to see whether they liked the way it was conducted or not.
So no decision was made after extended conversation today, and members of the committee will pick up the discussion again tomorrow. They are hoping to have something put together by the start of the session so that it can be debated, hopefully passed and put into place relatively early. It's wait and see, though.